Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother WW3 from the Men of Valor campaign in Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video on sincerity and in truth. Lord willing, it could be edifying. And I'm going to play this video, and we're going to bring out some scriptures. All right, your boy Trump is emboldened, all right, proud, boastful in his speech, and doesn't understand prophecy. All right.
As I said earlier, I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States, and we're going to make sure that the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important place in the world, means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East, and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all, but it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. There'll never be a World War III. As I said earlier.
All right, you heard him. You heard him. He said there will not be a World War III. Said there's been, people saying that for decades. All right. Who could he be talking about? Okay. Like me and the brother was chopping it up yesterday. Who could he be talking about, man? He talking about the prophets, man. All right. Didn't he call us the prophets of doom a couple years ago? Best believe they're watching, man. All right. This word has entered into the gates of the nobles. All right. Trump and the elites. All right. Because we're the only ones that know the truth. We're the only ones that have been given the foresight of what the Lord is going to bring to pass. All right. And nobody can offset that. OK. Nobody can resist the will of the Lord. All right. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. The Lord has hardened NERO Trump's heart, just as he's hardened the heart of Pharaoh, because he wants this conflict. All right, World War III is going to come to pass. It is biblical. It is going to happen, and it is going to happen in the region. He said it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in Ukraine. Yeah, you might have different fronts. All right, but the main stage for World War III is going to be in the Valley of Yahweh Shaphat, a.k.a. is known as the Middle East now. They call it the Middle East, which, like according to Elder Malcolm, is really Western Asia. Okay, so, and like I said, it's a very important place, and it is going to be the grounds for World War III, man.
I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States, and we're going to make sure that the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important place in the world, means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East, and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time.
You heard. He said it's not going to happen. Let's get the scriptures, man. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. All right. It says the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right. And if there's another account where it speaks about there was a woe meaning destruction, a great war. And then it says there should be two more thereafter. OK. And this war isn't going to be fought like other wars. This war is going to end in a nuclear holocaust, so to speak, with America and the land of Israel. All right, the state of Israel, our holy land, which these damn demons are occupying, is going to be cleansed, man. Now, there's going to be other places that might get hit, but the earth isn't going to be annihilated. OK, this is for the judgment of America, Babylon the Great. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Yeah, you think about the movie 300, everybody they charging at each other. Even in the 1800s, you had the cannons and the muskets and shit like that. All right, so you had different wars. World War I, you had the trench warfare, which caught a lot of bodies. World War II, you introduced planes and whatnot. And the scriptures speak about this, man. Prophecy prevails, man. This book is alive and well. People think that everything in the Bible happened already. No, it hasn't. All right, there's things in the Old Testament that haven't happened. It says, in garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. What type of burning and fuel of fire, man? Let's get some of these scriptures, because World War III is going to happen. All right, NERO Trump. This is Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, for behold, the day cometh. All right, this day has not come yet. The day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So it's going to leave them, it's going to be destroyed off the face of the earth. Amos 9. The eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it off the face of the earth. All right, World War III is for the destruction of Babylon, man. All right, it's going to shake up the world systems. All right, Yahweh Shah is going to come back, beam up the elect, and the elect are going to reign. All right, the Israelites are going to finally reign. Not China, not Russia. All right, because that's really what they're going to World War III about. You know, that America's trying to keep its hegemony. You got big dogs in the ring. You got Russia and China who both have nukes, who both have technology. All right, nuclear strength. All right, and they won't take kindly to America still trying to be on top. All right, they're trying to introduce a multipolar world. But America's trying to keep its hegemony. Let's see what I want. Yeah, Zechariah chapter 14. No, that's not it. It says, yep. Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12, it says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord, Yahweh, will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. And these Edomites are about to fight against us, man, because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. All right, they're already compassing Jerusalem metaphorically about with armies, man, with these ICE agents and stuff. And they're going into Chicago, going into Memphis. You know, you got all these suspect mass shootings happening on Jake now. All right, Jake is a target, both the northern and the southern kingdom. All right, so there's going to be a plague coming that's going to smite all those that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Their eyes shall consume away in their holes. Their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And what can cause that? Well, a nuclear weapon. At this time, during the time of when these scriptures were written, all right, they didn't have anything to describe it, all right, because this technology didn't exist yet. Okay, let's prove that. It didn't exist yet, but the Lord put it in the mind to make this for its time. These nukes were not made to sit in a damn museum somewhere. No, they're going to be used. Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16, it says, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire and bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. So the waster to destroy, that's these thermonuclear missiles, man. You know? And Revelation is described. This is Revelation chapter 9. And let's see. Verse 15. It says, and 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year to slay the third part of men. You know, it's going to slay. All right, there's going to be a mass death. Scriptures say that the day cometh, you know, where it's going to, like we said, burn as an oven, like the scriptures say in Malachi, the 4th chapter. But also it says the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even to the other. It says, verse 16, and the number of the army of horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them, 200 million. 200 million ICBM thermonuclear missiles are going to burn this bitch to the ground, man. All right, NATO is going to shoot their missiles on this place. America's enemies is going to shoot their missiles. Once again, other places may get hit. All right, but this destruction is upon America, Babylon the Great. Verse 17, it says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. It says, by these 3 was the third part of men killed, by the fire, by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. Those are those nuclear warheads. It says, for their power is in their mouth, again, the nuclear warheads, and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and they had heads, and with them they do hurt. So their tails being like unto serpents, that's the rocket system. You know, if you see the test they be running, that's that rocket system. So the Lord created he put it in the minds of these people to create, the atomic bomb, to split the atom, and now to have these thermonuclear missiles, these ICBMs that can reach from one end of one country to another, thousands of miles or kilometers away, and do damage, man. And it says in their heads they do hurt. All right, and that's how it's going to be. That's how these people are going to, their eyes going to consume away in their holes, and their flesh going to consume away as they stand upon their feet, man. Nuclear Armageddon in America, Babylon the Great. Peter spoke about it. Did they come in, or actually, I keep quoting Malachi 4, but let's grab it real quick. 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. All right, see, you don't listen to this nigga Trump. Trump is he giving y'all them smooth words, man. But war is in his heart. He understands what's about to go down. He lying to you people saying there's not going to be a World War III, man. Put your mind at ease. But once again, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. We know nuclear war won't happen tomorrow. The MOTB still has to be established. But, all right, the end all be all is America gets destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. And that's thus said the Lord, thus said the Bible, man. All right, go argue with your mom about it. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise. Why? Because the destruction of America and the deliverance of Israel issues in the new kingdom. All right, what Trump is trying to say, if there's not going to be a World War III, then Israel's not going to be delivered and the Lord is not coming back. That's what he's saying, man. We don't care if you don't believe. Prophecy prevails, man. The words of the Lord did not go out void. So again, right here, it says the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. All of Israel has been given a chance to seek the Lord while he may be found. But the two parts that are going to be cut off and die. Two-thirds of Israelites are going to be left here and melted. Verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, right? It's going to come upon these people unaware. In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. All right, we're hearing a lot about burning and destruction. All right, to the landscape, to the to the people. All right, what could this be? This isn't talking about a hell where you go and burn for all eternity. This is speaking about an event on the day of the Lord. Verse 11. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? We know that this is going to come to pass. We know America is going to be destroyed. So we don't get too comfortable here. The Lord got brothers, catching, the Lord throwing brothers' bones here and there. You get you a nicer spot, get you a nicer car or whatever, get you a better gig. But at the end of the day, there's a day when we're going to walk away from all of this. Why? Because we have much more prepared for us, man. The kingdom is prepared for us, man. All right, what's an apartment to a palace, man? Having dominion, having your wives, having your children, being able to enjoy your children, having slaves and servants, handmaids, being able to eat the best food, drinking good wine, good quality wine, breathing fresh air. All right, nothing here compares to the kingdom, to what the Lord is preparing for us. So that's how we move, with the forefront of our mind that we're seeking first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto us. The Lord is going to give us our heart's desire. Yahweh said, fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. All right, the kingdom is prepared, man, and we're close. And World War III and the nuclear destruction of America is going to kickstart the kingdom, man. All right, that's the physically. When Yahweh shall pull up, that's the kingdom. All right. It says, verse 12, looking for and hastening to the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Okay. So what is this guy Trump talking about? There's not going to be a World War III. There is going to be a World War III. Prophecy says so. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. And again, double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace, love.